Making a series of pegs coat rack. A coat rack designed to encourage a sense of play, discovery and personalisation within products. A coat rack where the end user makes or finds their own series of pegs. And all of the timber I'm using for this project is FSC certified beech. So to start off and to make the boards easier to lift and manoeuvre, I'm going to cut them down to rough lengths with the jigsaw. And I can then rip these chunks to rough width over on the table saw. Nudging the fence over to remove any saw marks and machine to a final finish height of 40mm and a final finish depth of 30mm. And to make the coat rack sit at an angle on the wall, which will make it easier to add and remove items, and also make the overall form more suggestive of its function, I'm cutting a 15-degree angle on the back face. And once the profile has been made, we can then move over to the miter saw to trim it to its final finish width. And then to the pillar drill to create the mounting and peg holes, which is a process that requires 4 different drill bits. First, a brad point to drill through the timber's depth, then a countersink at that hole's opening, third of 4 holes at the top edge that the pegs will eventually slot into, and finally fourth is to open these holes up using a tapered drill bit, and this is going to allow a wider variety of different thickness pegs to be wedged into place. Now, to clean up any saw and pencil marks we've created during the process so far, I'm going to sand using 120 and 180 grit pads and the random orbit sander, breaking any of the sharp edges by hand. And with that, we're finished. And I found the easiest way to install the rack is to tighten the 2 screws so that they're protruding ever so slightly from the back face. You can then place the rack on a wall, pressing lightly to leave a small indentation as to where you need to drill and eventually screw into. And once it's up, you can then begin the process of finding or making the pegs. And I found that this is actually a really enjoyable experience. Searching your house turns into a treasure hunt. You have the opportunity to look at objects that surround you in a new light, testing their dimensions, their properties and their strength. You're able to give a second life to a broken object, to put that twig that your son carried religiously with him on the last walk to use, rather than throwing it away. You can fix or remake a broken peg rather than having to buy and replace a whole new rack. And what you'll end up with is something that's not only unique, but a representation of your life and of your interests. And I'm going to be making small batch runs of these coat racks, which you can purchase either on my Instagram or on my eBay pages. So if you're looking for a place to store your bag, your hat or your scarf, or you just want to help support me and the channel, please click the link in the description below. It will be really, really appreciated. The coat rack has its own packaging, which I've also designed and made, will be provided with screws and wall fixings, and will arrive between 2 to 4 working days, so long as you're in the UK. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
2, 3, 4.
completely, but she's in love with the world. Sometimes these feelings can be so misleading. She turns and says, "Are you alright?" I said, "I must be fine, cause my heart's still beating. Come and kiss me by the riverside." She said, "Bobby says it's fine, I don't consider it cheating now." Red hair with the curl, a mellow wolf of